Now, in the other world called England, we watch over to Australia and we see these incredible tracks. The facility's fabulous. Prize money better than Royal Ascot. Fantastic sponsors. We see Ladbrokes' name everywhere. There's nothing more fun than a night out at the Dogs. When you go, you're addicted, right? When I went the first time, there was no turning back. What has happened to the crowds at our wonderful sport, for our wonderful sport in your country?
Well, betting at home. It's obviously easy to stay at home and bet. I think the traffic's got a huge part to play with various tracks. Trying to get across Melbourne on a Thursday night to get to Sandown from where we are is an absolute nightmare. So unless you're local to that area, you probably, might not be too keen to go. Saturday night's a little bit different at the Meadows because it's...
How many would they get in?
I don't know. On a big night, they'd get thousands.
Yeah, but what on a normal
night? I don't know, 1,500 maybe.
Oh, that's not bad.
Maybe,
that's
yeah.
all right.
But the country tracks struggle sometimes with the time slot. Like if you're racing Wednesday afternoon at, say, Ballarat, it could be difficult to get people because they're working and you don't get families there at that time. So it's normally just the trainers, perhaps a few owners. Look, it's a good night out on the big nights because there's atmosphere, but I think it's like everything. Things change. There's a lot more competition with other interests. You can sit at home and you can be having a bet on the Dogs and you can be watching football. You don't have to be at the venue these days.
Now, Darren, you're deep. Tell me what your uncle taught you.
He just said to me, the minute that you think you know everything about training dogs is the day, it's the time that you should give it up because you'll never stop learning. And he said to me, if you don't have patience in what you do, you may as well give up now as well. So they're the two things I've sort of lived by training dogs. I've probably been too patient with a lot of dogs that aren't going to make us anything. Should have moved them on to other states earlier when where the racing isn't as strong as it is in Victoria. But they're just the two things I've gone by since I started training dogs.
You have a powerful aura, and when you talk about dogs, your softer side comes out, but when you talk about racing, a competitive zeal comes over your face. Let me ask you a question. At 60 years young, have you enjoyed the pinnacle of your career, or is that still to come?
It's still to come. It's still to come. Like, you don't survive in this industry that long without, finding that one dog, that one gem amongst everything that's been through,
So what unfinished business have you got then?
Oh, look, just to find that one dog to win like those group races and stuff like that. It's or to breed one of our own that we can, that we can win group races with, and that's what keeps you thriving, keeps you going. Just to eventually one day that dog's going to come along. So.
Okay, so your uncle taught you that you've got to keep learning, and I think, look, as a bookmaker, I understand that, of course. So how do you keep learning at the age of 60 years of age? Who do you learn from, and how are you moving forward that little bit each day as a trainer towards that prize, that goal, that dog?
Oh, like before the sport got cleaned up, there was always people trying to get advantages here and advantages there. And I'll go to the dogs now. I sit in the car and I'll get on my phone and I'll Google things, herbal medicines and all this sort of stuff, and just things that.
So you're happy to try new things?
Just if you don't try and learn, you're not going to learn. So you just can't stick in the same thing that you were in 30 years ago and expect to get the same results. So you just try and pick up little bits here and there and everything like that, and it's, as I say, you're ever learning about it. every day you learn something new, or you pick up something new, or
You're addicted to learning.
I try to get the best. As I said before, I try to get the best out of me and the best out of the dogs.
Simone, have you had the pinnacle of your career, or is it to come?
I'm hoping it's to come. Really, you know,
And
we've had
what will that be? What do you want to achieve?
just, it would be nice to be up on the dais with a really good dog winning a Melbourne Cup one day. Look, years ago, I've had lots of success with group races as well, but it's been a long time between drinks. And you just need something sometimes to get you up in the morning. And I think just a tonic like having a good dog that gets you up every day and makes it, you feel like, you know, you're closer to that goal or dream would be good.
Now, I know that you've got to go and do the dogs, but will you give me 5 minutes, please? Can you move here? Come on, do your tongue down. Here we go. You've got to be strict with these Aussies, and we're going to bring a special guest in.
And you're going to sit on the floor.
Darcy.
Yeah.
You are a very, very lucky young lady to have two parents, one so extrovert and outgoing and a lover of the sport and an ambassador of the sport, and a super competitive father with a lust for learning. How proud are you of your mum and dad?
Pretty proud, I guess.
You guess.
Yeah.
What do you learn from your mum and what do you learn from your dad?
Any answers?
No.
He's asking you.
Yeah,
what
I
do
don't
you
know.
learn from-
I don't know.
I think you're a lucky girl. I think you learn a lot without realising it.
Probably.
So tell us about this Icarus pony that you give other ponies hundreds of metres head start, and it just always wins anyway.
Oh yeah, he's a good pony. He runs really well. He's really good to have at the races, and he's always good in the stables, and he does what he's supposed to.
Now, Darren, you said earlier that you like a project dog. You've got a project daughter. How are you mentoring her to be the best jockey possible?
Oh, she likes doing the easy stuff. She likes getting on and driving. As for getting ready, doing all the stuff to prepare for it, very lazy.
I do stuff to prepare for it.
Very lazy, but you know, like it's just try and teach them the right way. You do things right the first time, and you don't have to do it again. You know, so you know, if you do it right the first time, you don't have to do it again and go back and repeat yourself. So we've just got to get into the habit of doing things right the first time, don't we, Darcy?
Yes.
Yes.
Darren.
And Simone, what do you hope that you're teaching Darcy about life and racing and being a good person?
I think always you need to be very sportsmanlike, win, lose or draw. And I always tell her, and of course we're talking about harness racing here, pony trot harness racing. So I always tell her to congratulate the person that wins, even if you don't, and always be happy with your pony's performance, and blame yourself for errors before you blame your pony. So, and it's same with the equestrian world, with her horse that she competes on as well. And I tell her, make sure you congratulate the winner if you don't win, because there's always times where you get congratulated. So
that's very classy advice. Now, we're going to come out later and have a look at Darren looking after the dogs, see the expert in action. We're going to come and have a look at Bobby the super pony, and Mum's going to get going on the barbecue. But I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you very, very much for welcoming myself and Kelvin into your home and giving us such an insightful and really, really deep and a betting people interview with so much meaning. Thank you very, very much.
Thanks, Ben.
No worries.
Thank you.